It's stupid.
It's pointless.
It's irrelevant.
It's Things That Matter with Mike and Nev. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's Things That Matter with Mike and Nev. I'm Nevin Barrage, and he's Michael Feldman. Things That Matter with Mike and Nev can be found on YouTube.com. Subscribe to our channel, Things That Matter with Mike and Nev. Mike, big news in the world of sports that happened recently. Lakers coach Mike D'Antoni formally resigned. One of the worst eras in Lakers history, comes to an end, thankfully. I mean, I speak for, I think, all Laker fans when I say I wanted this guy gone.
Yeah.
Now, granted, not everything was his fault. The team had a lot of injuries this year.
Yeah.
Losing Kobe for most of the season was something that nobody expected.
Right.
But that said, winning 27 games in a season for the Lakers, that's just a no-no no matter how you do. And fans were just revolting. It was definitely time.
Well, sure. And I mean, I just have to say, as another Mike.
Okay,
here,
it was
you
have
hard.
A connection right
well,
there.
I mean, I feel him. I feel for him.
You're the only Laker fan that feels for him right now.
That's right.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, I mean, it was hard hearing my name thrown around as negatively, around
Mike,
this stuff.
Mike,
I was like, I'm not coaching the team. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, if you had coached the team, I don't see how you could have done much worse.
Oh, I'm sure.
If you had just gone out and say, guys, play, I think you could have done better.
Right.
I really do. I mean, and that's the thing. It's like it gets to a point where you can point out and say, well, the team had injuries. Well, the team, really wasn't built to do much of this season. We're preparing for free agency next season and cap space, et cetera, and so forth.
Right.
But there's also something to be said for guys tuning out a coach. Guys no longer playing for the coach.
Sure.
Guys not responding to his methods and his strategy. And I think that's that's really what happened here.
Yeah.
It got to the point where you're tuning the guy out and it's just not getting done.
Well, do you think, I mean, I'm curious about this with him, because I just don't know a lot about his background with the team and sort of how, like, if there was anything, like, did the players just stop respecting him?
Well,
I mean, was it...
And this is going to be a little bit of defense of Mike D'Antoni, which I hate doing, because, again, I wanted the guy gone.
Yeah.
It was time. I wanted a new coach for the team. But he was kind of put in a bad position from the get-go.
Right.
Because a couple years back, when the team fired Mike Brown, all the talk was that Phil Jackson was going to come back to be the coach of the team.
By the way, I didn't even think about that. It's another Mike on the team.
Phil Jackson?
No, Mike Brown.
Oh, Mike Brown, yeah.
Wow.
You don't want to be associated with that guy.
No.
Exactly. That's almost even worse.
I should change my name.
But he made out good, because he was signed to like a 4-year deal, like $16 million, and basically they fired him and he got his money.
Oh.
It's like, hey, you're fired, here's everything we owe you.
Wow.
And then they took a picture of fans at Chick-fil-A.
I'd take that deal.
Exactly. So I think you should be associated with that, Mike.
Okay.
Okay, so do that, Mike. You're cool with that. Be cool with that, Mike.
Can I be the next coach of the Lakers?
You know what? There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of guys out there throwing their name in.
I mean, look, based on the track record, if I coach like cross country for a couple of years,
I'll have that on my resume. You never know. I mean,
they have to run.
They have to run. Basketball players have to run. I mean,
pep talks. The whole thing.
Really, what do you just get some assistant coaches to drop the plays, X's and O's.
Right.
You know what you can do? You can find an assistant coach to just tell you what to say. So, like, because the idea being, I know what to do, but it's better if it comes from the coach.
Aren't there a lot of sports movies I could watch and just like
ton. I mean, Blue Chips with Nick Nolte.
Yes.
He emulated Bobby Knight. It's perfect. Just watch Blue Chips a couple times. Coach the Lakers. You're good to go. If nothing else, you can probably coach the 76ers.
Oh,
at very least, I think you'd be suited for that.
All right.
But let's go back just to brief history.
Yeah.
So there's the talk a couple years back about the Lakers bringing back Phil Jackson, legendary coach. Yes. You have Staples Center, the fans are chanting, "We want Phil, we want Phil."
Makes perfect sense.
And then out of nowhere, just when it looks like it's going to happen, the news comes out they hired Mike D'Antoni.
Yeah.
So right away, there's this huge shadow. And then you have that, you bring the fact that we have Dwight Howard, you have the 4 Hall of Famers on the team.
Right.
Steve Nash is already hurt. No one knew just how badly of an injury it was with the nerve damage.
Right.
Dwight Howard was dealing with the back. He's not responding to D'Antoni's methods. There's just a lot of issues going around. And so right away, he's kind of playing from behind. But then what happens is he starts trying to put his mark on the team immediately. And I'm not even talking about the strategy he's putting in, the style of play, because everybody knew he was going to do that, but really just trying to put his foot down saying, this is my way, and I don't care if you've won 3 championships, 4 championships, 5 championships. If I want to bring you Pau Gasol, winner of 4 championships with the Lakers off the bench, that's what I'm going to do. Things like that. And so that actually was 2 championships. But the point is, you're talking about guys who the team respects.
Yeah.
And I know this for
it's okay. It's all right. It's all good.
Okay.
It's all good.
So basically,
go ahead.
I'm saying, you have a guy like Pau Gasol, who has been to 3 NBA Finals with the Lakers, helped us win 2 championships, and now this guy comes in and saying, Pau Gasol, I'm going to bring you off the bench because I don't think you can play my style of playing. And so right away, that's putting the team at odds.
Yeah.
So when he starts doing things like that...
I wouldn't have done that.
No, I wouldn't have done that at all. And that was one of his big mistakes.
Yeah, we're qualified.
Exactly. We're ready. We don't have to do... And, there is something to be said. This is why I don't understand about really sports, professional sports in general, when it comes to coaches. I don't care what strategy you're used to running. Sometimes you have to tailor your style of play to fit the players that you have. Even Phil Jackson. Everyone says, well, Phil Jackson, he comes in, he runs a triangle.
Right.
Not 100% true.
Ooh.
There are times, when he was with the Lakers, there are times where he's taken away elements of the triangle because, for whatever reason, whether it was his injuries or the team wasn't responding quite as well, the team needed a little bit of a change. And they had to kind of, scrap certain elements to be able to adapted to the current personnel that he had, whether it's for the season or just at certain points of the season. And Mike D'Antoni really struggled doing that.
So basically, what you're saying is that Mike D'Antoni was sort of like a dictator.
Yes, that's exactly what he was. Okay, he was a dictator. And dictators get overthrown.
And what you're also saying is that the Lakers have been coached in the past, however many seasons, by either someone named like myself or someone named after my father, Phil.
Yes, I am. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but yes.
That cannot be a coincidence.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, but here's a problem now. Because you want to be like you want to be the Lakers coach now.
I do.
These guys are not helping your cause.
No.
The next couple of months. But maybe if you know what, let's end with this.
Yeah.
Change your name to Phil.
Right. We
can mix it up. Hurt.
We can mix.
Do that. Okay. Do the name change. Okay. Put your name in, and let's see what happens. You
have
the final point.
Phil Feldman will be coaching the Lakers in 2000, I guess, 16, 17. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Mark my words. Things That Matter with Phil and Nev right here.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Things That Matter with Phil and Nev. For the new Phil Feldman, I'm Nevin Barrett. It's the Things That Matter.